Now, actor Kevin Spacey has been granted bail over sexual assault charges dating back almost 20 years after facing court in London overnight.
It's alleged the attacks took place in London and Gloucestershire between 2005 and 2013. Spacey has previously denied the allegations and has vowed to clear his name. For more, we're joined by showbiz correspondent Steve Hargrave. Hello to you, Steve. Well, these proceedings, they didn't last long. Plenty of scenes outside of court. Can you run us through what happened and what the charges are that he is facing?
Yeah, good morning, Matt. And quite extraordinary scenes, as you'd imagine, for a huge Hollywood star facing the court like this with these kind of charges that are against him as he was led in. Extraordinary scenes with the world's media outside. Actually, inside only lasted about half an hour. This is a pre-trial hearing. He was only there really to hear the charges read out against him. So it actually meant that once he was inside, Spacey actually had very little to say other than to confirm his full name, Kevin Spacey Fowler, and his London residence. While those charges were read out against him, those charges, of course, 4 separate counts of sexual assault against 3 men, an additional charge of non-consensual sex as well, happening, as you say, between 2005 and 2013 when he lived over here. So that's all that really happened today. His lawyer, of course, did speak up to say that Spacey will be, as we know from what Spacey has already said in the past, strenuously denying all these charges and fighting against them.
Yeah, look at that scrum, Steve. A big star, as you say, up on these serious charges. What did he seem like as he walked in?
It's quite interesting, really. I mean, he was never going to answer any questions. Reporters will always be there to put microphones in their faces. It's court. There's very little he can really sort of say outside. We always put these questions towards him. But he certainly seemed very confident walking outside court. There was a kind of smile of confidence on his face. And when he got in as well, he didn't seem to really be that distressed by what was going on. He's been through court proceedings in the States, of course, previously. So he didn't have much to say, as we say today. More is to come when it sort of comes to that. So he left court to a slightly more organised media scrum and has to return in a month's time, which is another pre-trial hearing, actually. It's going to be quite some time before the actual trial begins, but he will be back in a London court on July the 14th.
Yeah, well, the big question here is, I mean, his career has already been ruined. What happens, though, if he is found guilty? Jail time?
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. These are incredibly serious charges. I mean, this is the actual British justice system in action. The first time he's had these sort of the full clout of the British legal system against him with these charges. And so there are some quite severe penalties, as you'd imagine. Sexual assault could carry 6 months in prison or an unlimited fine. The more serious charge around the sex allegations could actually prove life imprisonment if anyone was found guilty of such charges. So there are very serious charges, and as we say, Spacey has said he's come over here to face these charges, to clear his name, and that's why he's strenuously denying that any of this took place, and he's confident he can clear his name.
OK, thanks very much for the update, Steve.